Hey guys, this is LEGO Tips and Tricks, episode 13, and this week I will be teaching you how to make my custom ATRTs, and here are two of them. And I'm going to be doing a pretty step-by-step instructions so you guys can figure out how to do it really easily. There aren't any pieces that are that rare, and as usual you can do this with any pieces of any color. It's just that it's the preference that you want. I mean, you could make these things with these olive green cheese slips. You could make those red. You could make them blue if you're doing 501st. You could make the entire thing out of different color pieces. You can do whatever you want. But these I already had made, so they are they're for the 41st Elite Troopers that are piloting them. So let's get right into it, guys. I kind of lied to you there a bit, as I did forget to mention this, but both of these ATRTs, they are completely 100% designed by me, and it did take a lot of work to do. So since this is a tutorial for something that I have made and it's not just a standard technique, I would really appreciate it that if you do use this or you do put it in a mock, if you could give me some credit, you know, say that it was my design, maybe even leave a link to my channel. But this time, not joking, we will actually get right into how to make this, starting off with all of the pieces that you'll need to make it. So I do apologize if there is any background noise. That would be my furnace in my house. It's kind of, you might hear it a bit in the background, but it shouldn't be anything major. So as you can see, these are the pieces that you need to make the different sections. Basically, about here is the legs. This is the part on the front, all of that, and then this is the part that the driver will sit on. So I'll just get you a closer up look at all these pieces. And like I said before, all of these pieces you can use in any single color you want, as usual. So you guys, that is it for pieces, and now we will continue on to the rest of the video. So the first thing that you're obviously going to want to start with is the feet. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these and the robot torso, you just click it right on there, and this is where it will connect to whatever sort of base that you want to put it on. And then after that, you take the two robot arms. That's, I actually believe, the official LEGO name for them. I didn't just make that up. And then you put those on the side where the droid's arms would normally go, and you just put them down like that, and then you have yourself the flat foot. After that, what you will do is you take one of these hinges and you take one of those, can't remember the name of it, and you just put them on top of each other, and then you go like that, and you put the cheese slope on it there so that it meets up and it stops at the cheese slope. And basically this is the leg, and this is the foot, and this is where the leg will snap onto. Now what you're going to want to do for the leg is you put on, well, yeah, I'm just going to get a little base to put it onto. So what you want to do is you want to take a flick fire missile, and I know what you're thinking, wow, a use for a flick fire missile. So what you do is you put it there, and then after that you take yet another one of these. You're going to need quite a bit of these, so you take another one of those, you put a stud on the end, and then you put it right under once the flick fire missile gets thicker, you're going to put it right under there to kind of give it that joint look that the ATRTs have. And you can actually raise it that high, and you can raise the foot too if you just want to get some extra height. And so I'm going to build the opposite one of these, and it's basically the same thing as this, only you invert everything that you did, like this would be on that side of it. So I will come back once I have done that. Okay guys, so now as you can see I have built the other leg. I'll just give you a quick 360 of that. So there you can see that, and like I said, you just do the exact same thing as this one, only you invert any particular things that would need to be done. Now the next part, you will be using these robot arms, and this is kind of a little bit tricky to do, but once you do it once, you will get the hang of it. So what you're going to need to do is you take it and you put the back one of the sides of the clip, because if you look, this is where a Technic rod, or even just like a lightsaber hilt or whatever, it snaps into that. The back half of that, right there, you put that into the hole on top of the flick fire missile, and then you just bend until it gets to about there. And so you're going to want to do that to the other leg as well. And this works very, very good. It's actually what's considered technically to be an illegal connection, since it's not really meant to be done. And the only downside of this is the fact that it makes it pretty, when it's not exactly the most sturdy thing. I definitely wouldn't, shake this thing around or anything, because it's either it will just fall, like it'll just fall over, or one of the legs will pop off. And as you can see right now, sometimes it can be tricky, as I'm having a little bit of trouble putting this one on, which is a bit annoying. So then what you do is you just take these and you put it right into those holes on it. That was the only illegal connection. Everything else is legal completely, I do believe so. So now you have the area where the driver will be seated, and what you do is you take a I don't even know how I'm forgetting the name of this. Don't yell at me in the comments, but I did. So you're gonna take one of these. Can't remember. Oh, jumper plate. Fail. So you're going to take one of those, and then you take a 2x3 plate and you put it on there. And so in the next part of the video, I will be showing you how to make this part right there. Okay, so to make that part that I just showed you, I can't really think of the name of it, it's the part on the front, we are actually going to build it separately from the base of the ATRT, due to the fact that it is actually quite, it has a lot of stuff in it on its own. So okay, so to start off, we will take a 1x4 plate and a 1x2 plate. You just put it right in the middle, right there. Then you take a 1x2 tile and you put it on there. And then what you want to do is you want to take your cheese slope, put it on the top. And you take one of these clips right there, and you put it on the bottom, and you put the flick fire missile on that. And if you really are a hardcore Star Wars fan like me, you would know that there are supposed to be 2 of these, but when you do it on a scaled ATRT like this, where you can't get, because with Lego, I mean, you can only get so skinny with these, so if you do it and you put the longer one on the bottom, it just looks really, really weird. I did try it in my original design, but to move on, you take this little, the circular area, and you put it into one of the holes of this brick. You can see it is hollow, and so you put it in there, and then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to set that aside, so move that out of the way, and then you start on the 2 side panels. And like before, they are both the same exact thing, only inverted, but I will just make them both on here. So what you do is you take a cheese slope, put it in the middle, and these are, by the way, a 2x3 angular plate, and then you take a stud, put it up there, and then a 1x1 tile, and then you put it like that. And then let me just quickly make the other one. Okay, and then on the side, if you see here, there is the indent, the full circular one, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put them each on that side, so it's flat like that. And so you're going to want to do that on both sides, and then you take this, the hinge, and you put it up top, and then the final piece of this section, which is this handlebar, which I know is not exactly the most common thing, but For me at least, because I don't buy city sets, but I'm pretty sure that they do come in a decent amount of city sets at least. Okay, so let's move on to the final couple pieces and how you are going to attach this section. Okay, so this is probably going to be the most straightforward part of the build. You basically take the bottom stud of the black brick that you connected everything onto, or whatever color this is. In this case it is black, as you can see there, and you just put it on the stud of the jumper plate. And sometimes might be hard to do with one hand, but okay, yeah, see there you go, demonstration of why this is unsturdy. So let me just put it down for you. And sometimes you will actually have to adjust the side plates of the front. And if I can just snap this back on. Yeah, I do apologize if the viewing angle isn't the best on this video. Sometime I really do need to get a tripod for my camera. Okay, and so now the final part is just, it's, sorry about that. So then what you do is you just snap this onto this, and then you could put it straight, but I do like to put it at an angle there so it comes off at the corner. And there you have your
that's
ATR.
Just about it for this episode of LEGO Tips and Tricks. And if you may notice, there is better quality, and it is better edited, and it will continue to be this way. Maybe not as long, because this episode there was a lot to do and to explain. Also, if I do sound a bit out of it, or I do apologize for any sniffling or clearing of the throat that I've done, but I do have a bit of a cold at the moment, so you know, what are you gonna do? So if you did enjoy this episode and other episodes of this series, make sure to come back to my channel every Saturday, as there will be a new video uploaded of this series. Yeah guys, so that's about it for this one. If you did like it, don't forget to like it. If you have a comment or a suggestion for what I should do next week, don't forget to leave it in the comments below. And most of all guys, I really do appreciate it when you subscribe. So that's it for this episode guys. See you in the next video. Bye.